Hello students, today I am going to teach you Civics Lesson 1, the Legislature, Union and States. You have read about the Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. So you have to learn in this lesson about the Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha and about the Parliament. So Parliament is also called as the Union Legislature. Indian Parliament, in Hindi it is called as Sansad, is a bicameral legislature consisting of the president and two houses known as Raj Sabha and Lok Sabha. Though the president is neither a member of parliament nor he sits in the parliament, yet he plays an important role in making of laws. The Raj Sabha is upper house of the legislature. Some critics feel that the Raj Sabha, being upper house of a federal legislature, should have been given more power than those enjoyed by it at present. So, functions of the government. One of the most important function of government is the formulation of laws, and the citizens are expected to follow those laws. So there are three organs through which the government functions. First is the legislature, second is the executive, and third is the judiciary. Legislature is the law making organ, executive which implement these laws, and the judiciary which makes sure that these laws are carried out along with the resolution of disputes. So judiciary, you have read about uh, the the law making body which is court. So courts are the comes under the judiciary. So division of responsibilities between central and state governments. So these responsibilities are divided into three lists. So first is the union list, second is the state list, and third is the concurrent list. In the union list, you will have to learn about the subjects on which laws can be made by the parliament. So union list consists of the parliament in the center. So it consists of law relating to defense, finance, foreign affairs, and which can be made by the parliament only. Then the state list consists of laws which can be made by the state legislative assemblies. State legislative assemblies means the Vidhan Sabha. So the laws which are made by the Vidhan Sabha comes under the state list. So it contains land reforms, agriculture, irrigation, police, healthcare and sanitation. Then the third is the concurrent list, the subjects on which laws can be made by both the parliament and the state legislative assemblies. Concurrent list consists of the law made by the parliament which takes precedence over the law made by the state legislative assembly, which consists of education laws relating to factories or industries, electricity and labor. Now the union legislature. Union legislature is also known as parliament or Sansad. It is the supreme law making body. You have seen in TV also about the union legislature, about the parliament. It is a bicameral house which consists of Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. Raj Sabha is the upper house and the Lok Sabha is the lower house, and the president together form the parliament. Now the Lok Sabha. It is also called as the lower house of the parliament. The Lok Sabha is elected for a term of 5 years. Its life can be extended for 1 year at a time during a national emergency. It can be dissolved earlier than its term by the President on the advice of the Prime Minister. Then composition. The House may have not more than 552 members, 530 elected from the states, 20 from union territories, and not more than 2 members nominated from the Anglo-Indian community. At present, the strength of the Lok Sabha is 545. Then the eligibility. To become a member of the Lok Sabha, a candidate must be an Indian citizen, not less than 25 years of age, should be enrolled on the electoral list, should not be an economic offender, that is guilty of non-payment of government taxes, should not be a convicted criminal, should not hold any office of profit under the government, and should not be an undischarged insolvent. The election procedure of the member of the Lok Sabha. Election to the Lok Sabha is by universal adult franchise. Every Indian citizen above the age of 18 can vote for her representative in the Lok Sabha. The election is direct by secret ballot so that nobody is threatened or coerced into voting for a particular party or an individual. The Election Commission, an autonomous body elected by the President of India, organizes, manages, and oversees the entire process of election. The presiding officer. The presiding officer is the speaker. He or she is elected by the members of the Lok Sabha from amongst themselves on the first day Parliament meets. Usually it is the ruling party that nominates a person for the post and after consultation with the other members. The speaker is a very respected and experienced parliamentarian. He or she is assisted by the deputy speaker. The speaker is the person responsible for the smooth functioning of the Lok Sabha. G.V. Mavlankar was the first speaker of the Lok Sabha, and Meera Kumar was the first woman speaker of the Lok Sabha. Now the Raj Sabha. The Raj Sabha is also called the upper house or council of states, as it represents the states at the central level. The Raj Sabha is a permanent house. It cannot be dissolved when the Lok Sabha is not in session or is dissolved. The permanent house still functions. However, each member of the Raj Sabha enjoys a 6-year term. Every 2 years, 1/3 of its members retire by rotation. Eligibility of the Raj Sabha. To be elected to the Raj Sabha, one has to be an Indian citizen, at least 30 years of age, should be enrolled on the electoral list of the state, should be of sound mental health, should not be an economic offender, should not be a proven criminal, and should not hold an office of profit under the government. Now the tenure of the Raj Sabha. So I told you just now that every member has a term of 6 years. Every 2 years, the tenure of one third of its members ends and new members take their place. The presiding officer. The vice president is the ex officio chairman of the Raj Sabha. This is the only official appointment the vice president has other than taking over from the president. The deputy chairman is appointed if the vice president is ill or absent. The deputy chairman is chosen by the members of the Raj Sabha. So thank you for today. In the next video, I will explain you the power and function of the parliament and the state government. So thank you for today and watch the next video.